Hello. That is very bright out there. Maybe we'll shut that. It is 6:30 in the morning. Fight week, Wednesday. What is it? Saturday is August 26th. Friday's 25th. Thursday 23rd. This doesn't look all that good, but it's pretty bright outside. I got 4 hours of sleep last night. I came in straight from Los Angeles, and maybe there's a better spot. Please forgive me while I move here. I'll try to get. Ooh, what about that? A little brightness over there. That'll wake me up. I got to get some coffee. Yeah, I got maybe 3 or 4 hours sleep. I was in Los Angeles. We are doing a. I'm sorry. This is the last time I'm gonna move this. I swear. That whole thing. I've been in this whole the quality of what you say is the most important thing, but that doesn't mean you have to move your camera 1,000 times. Robin Black, come on, get your shit together. I was in Los Angeles yesterday because this is a undershirt, by the way. It's an absorbent undershirt, Mr. Davis undershirts. If you look on the internet's this fantastic thing. There's a breakdown, and I have sweat going all the way through my shirt, and I did it at the Fight Network. I can't remember which one it was, but literally I'm sweating through like my chest and all this. And my friend James Lynch told me to get Mr. Davis undershirts, and man, they are absorbent. So I'm wearing this because I'm about to put on a shirt and a suit jacket because we are going to go cover Mayweather McGregor. We are going to go cover the shit out of this. And I'm working for TSN, a sports cable channel up in Canada, the best. And shirt, jacket, that'd be the way to do it. So I'm going to wear this undershirt. And they have not paid me, although Mr. Davis, pay a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Pay me to wear this because I love it. And I will talk recklessly about how much I love it. Anyways, so now that everybody else has left that doesn't really like fighting, it is 6-something in the morning, and I didn't get a lot of sleep. I was in Los Angeles. We are doing a documentary on George St. Pierre, and I went to see a man named Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach is a genius of combat, a genius of boxing. And while being immersed in Freddie's world, and he really is a genius, dedicated his life to the specific art of boxing. And Marie, who works for him, she's just a gem, smart as shit, and on top of everything, and all the people around him, all the people in that world, so smart, so talented, so incredibly specialized in this incredible art form, boxing. And it made me realize as I was talking to them, and they were like, wow. And I'm not making this up. I'm not going to say this in whatever arrogant way. But they were like, we met a lot of people in MMA, and a lot of MMA journalists, and they all seem like dicks. No offense. I'm like, well, they are mostly dicks. And they were like, well, we really appreciate you because you love martial arts. Thank you. Thank you. Probably pass this on in the morning at 6 a.m. on my YouTube channel. And they were being so kind, a discussion of the love of combat and stuff, and I realized I've been a dick. I've honestly been a dick about boxing lately. I'm a real dick, The truth is, the study of what is happening with McGregor and Mayweather requires the study of every complex system. Complex systems, what they do, they attempt to simplify themselves. They attempt to specialize themselves. We're talking about the city of Vegas. We're talking about the Monte Carlo Hotel, where I am. We're talking about the internet. We're talking about television. We're talking about fighting. Complex systems attempt to simplify themselves. And the longer they exist, the more they do that. Boxing has been around. Everyone's like, oh, boxing is 100 years old. Boxing was in the original Olympics. BC. BC, bitches, So, I didn't intend to be rude to boxing. It's a beautiful art form. It really is. You meet people like Freddie Roach, see them dedicate their lives to that craft, and you're like, oh man, I sure hope I didn't disrespect boxing, but I think I did. This is what it is to express ideas and express opinions. We all do it. We all do it. We judge each other when we do it, but we do it. Somebody will be like, I can't believe that guy said that shit on Twitter, and you just said something just as bad. So I hope I didn't, but I think I did. And I apologize to the art of boxing, the beautiful, wonderful martial art boxing. But, and whenever you say something nice, you say, but, man, sweetie, I love you, I think you're the greatest, but you're a bitch. You know, when you say but, you kind of take it all away, and that's what I'm intending to do. But the goal for Conor McGregor, the goal for the mixed martial artists this weekend, is to circumvent boxing. The goal is not, let's go over and see how my 1 of 5 martial arts does against this specialist. He has dedicated his life, 25 years, to boxing. I box, kickbox, do jiu-jitsu, do wrestling, and I'm a weightlifter. That's not it. We're attempting to circumvent boxing. We're attempting to beat boxing. We're attempting to make expose the flaws of the art of boxing. When something refines and refines and refines with and against others who think exactly the same, you get an echo chamber. You hear something and it comes right back, which is why, and I don't want to get into politics. I do not want to get into politics, but when you see people arguing, I'm not going to pick a side, but when you see people arguing, Trump, yes, no, the wall, like any side, the reason they argue is they look at each other and they go, I can't believe how fucking stupid that guy is. The reason that is their news, their friends, their Facebook feed, it's an echo chamber. Their ideas come right back to them. Their ideas come right back to them. And as it does, the other side's ideas come right back to them. I hate this idea. It comes right back to them. And over and over and over again, it becomes an echo chamber. Now, you know where I got the term echo chamber? I've heard it. I'm not new. It's not a new English word. I know the word echo chamber, but I've been texting or DMing back and forth with John Kavanaugh because I'm trying to get a one-on-one with him. If we do, put it right here on our YouTube channel. And he's very receptive to it. However, he's very busy. He has a fighter trying to undermine the entire art of boxing Saturday night. But he used the term echo chamber. I used the term developed in a vacuum. And he came right back and he said, well, it's an echo chamber. I think this works this way. So do you. So does your coach. So does your opponent. So does the ref. So does the judge. So does fucking Max Kellerman. Everybody, yes, this is how it is. Everybody's repeating the same shit over and over and over again. And it's not a judgment of boxing. Fuck, I love boxing. I love martial arts. I love every martial art. I love the way they develop. I love the way that you train and you study. I have such a love for boxing. And it isn't boxing I'm picking on. It is any complex system over time becomes hyper-specialized. That hyper-specialized becomes, you know, something that has seams, overlooked areas, bugs in the system, weaknesses. So I was there watching George St. Pierre train. Greatest fucking, like, I can't even tell you how, like, I've had barely 3 hours sleep, so don't judge me in my enthusiasm. This is how I wake up in the morning. I haven't had coffee yet. I'm watching one of the greatest fighters in the world train with one of the greatest coaches in the world. My love of this, just like, I can't even tell you how special it was. Been doing that for days. Knowing I'm gonna get on a plane and come out to Vegas and watch this thing we're seeing. And man, did I appreciate Freddie Roach. I read a book called Mastery. Robert, I can't remember his last name. If you Google Mastery, I've been talking about books. I read a lot of books. I've been talking about where I'm gathering some of these ideas. And usually it's 6 or 7 different ideas. A little bit of fiction, couple of non-fiction books, some history, and you put it all together and you reframe how you see the world. But I almost had it. Robert. Anyways, it's called Mastery. And Jamie, Joe Rogan's guy, when I was on Rogan's podcast last time, Jamie's like, hey, have you read Mastery? I'm like, fucking rights I have. It's a fantastic book. They studied, the author, Robert Greene maybe? Could be it. Studied Freddie Roach. And he studied him because this is what it is to truly master something. And this man has mastered the art of boxing. And I'm looking at it, it's like, just because you mastered it doesn't mean it can't be completely undermined. That's what Conor McGregor's looking to do. So I will get the odd question, well, dude, break down the fights. Fuck you. I invented the breakdown. And I didn't intend it to be this is how their striking matches up, this is how they're wrestling, this is what their stance looks like. That's not what I intended when I invented the breakdown. And don't judge me. I fucking created it. Google Robin Black MMA breakdown, go back to 2013 and say to yourself, where else could we find one? Anyways, that's ego. I let my ego take over. Judge me for that. Go down and say, oh man, what a dick. That guy's an arrogant prick, because I deserve that. I deserve that. It's something I'm really working on. Because the reason the greats are the greats. Freddie Roach, why is he so good? Why is he so special? Why is George St. Pierre so good? Why, if Conor could do this, why could he? You have to let your ego go. The thought of like, oh, look how good I am. As soon as you think that, this is myself talking to myself now, so please humor me. As soon as you think that, you realize, fuck, stop growing right there. That's the end of that. Stop growing. So anyways, forgive me for that. Forgive myself as best I can, and I will move on to the day today. We are going to we're gonna go see McGregor, Mayweather. We're gonna check this whole thing out. There's a press conference, but the truth is, like, this is a once in a lifetime thing, and I'm sad when people are talking about it. They're like, oh, this is a joke. Dude, it's a once in a lifetime thing. The rare occasion, win or lose, epic failure. Let's say McGregor has an epic failure. Epic. Done, comes out, can't touch him. Mayweather pops around, touches him up. What you're seeing is somebody literally saying, not accepting the realities, the plateaus, the obstacles that the world's put in front of me. I'm gonna just take over and do what I want. It's inspiring. It's an inspiring thing. What I was about to say when I started getting on that thing where my ego took over for me was, people might say to me sometimes, why don't you just, say how this guy's thing matches up with this? What about the technical things? Where's his foot gonna go? What about that glove? And then, make a prediction and stop. If you want that, go somewhere else. There's 1,000 of those. I'm trying to go further. I may not do it. I may not be there, able to break through. Some of the ideas may fail. I may walk in circles and it amounts to nothing. But what I'm trying to do is peel back some layers in a different way so that we can really see what's going on. It's not a freak show. It's not, oh, that guy's gonna get paid. It's not, he's really good and that guy's not good at all. This is stupid. This is fucking special. This is very special. This is a little peek into how you can break through plateaus. You can try, how you can make efforts, how you can chase things, how you can ignore the artificial boundaries of the world around you and say, fuck it. They say I'm not a boxer. I'm going to fight the best boxer in the world. I'm a UFC fighter. I'm not allowed to do that. These are boundaries. These are artificial boundaries. You can break through them. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's fucking special. We may see it again. We may live in a world where we see this more and more. But we may not. Maybe our kids won't see shit like this in their lifetime, where somebody completely denounces all the challenges, all the boundaries, all the artificial walls and plateaus and limitations, and says, fuck that. Me and my Irish crew are gonna fucking break through it. That's what this is. That's what this is. If you want to see my breakdown, as I said, it's my fucking stupid ego's getting through, because people will say to me, break down the technique. Fuck, I did that in 2013, but I do still love it. It's one of the beautiful things about fighting. It's many layers, but it's one of the beautiful things. But I got a breakdown about the techniques that McGregor's going to use, look to use, the challenges of Mayweather, the differences at range, the tools, the techniques. I did a 4-minute one of those, and my friends at the UFC, some good people over there are editing it right now. It's gonna come out. Today's Wednesday when I record this. It's gonna come out either Thursday night, right after I don't want to say. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. It's big though. Dana asked me to do it. So I got one of those. You can go find that. If this isn't for you, what? Dude, what are you talking about? Complex systems? I know, it's nonsense, right? Or is it? Fighting is a fascinating thing. It's different than you think it is. It's so much different. It's different sometimes than the fighters themselves think it is. You're passing into a different plane of existence for a moment in time. That's why we're going to watch it. It's very special. And please realize this isn't some goofy shit Saturday night. This is one of the moments in your life. This is one of the moments in your fucking life where you're going to get to see someone challenge reality. They don't have to win. Doesn't matter if McGregor wins. What I've spent the last 10 hours of recording and the last fucking 10 weeks analyzing is what he's trying to do. He's trying to disrupt an entire institution. Will he do it? I don't know. I got a whole week. I'm going to be back here Wednesday night, and Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to gather all the information I can. I'm going to run it through my curiosity machine. And I don't know what answers I'll have for you. I know I won't be able to just tell you, this guy's going to win in this round, because it's so fucking complicated. But I will run it through the curiosity machine, and I will see what I learn, and I will come back and I will share it with you guys, my very good friends. It really fucking means so much to me that in the middle of doing my job, I can get up in the morning and brain dump some thoughts. I apologize if they're scattered. I apologize for my momentary ego, but that's what we all do. I'm hoping that you guys see my failings and learn from it and don't have to fail yourself, because thinking highly of yourself is one of the big faults that we all do. It's been a big fault for me. Big fault for me lately. And I'm embarrassed by it, but get my shit together. I'll keep growing and I'll keep learning and we'll keep pushing forward. And it's gonna be Saturday night's gonna be something very special. I'm so glad that we can share it. And I really fucking appreciate you guys taking the ride with me. I'm not the normal guy. I'm not the easiest thing in the world to follow. And my fragmented thoughts